What's going on, everyone? Welcome back. So today I was trying out a couple of different teams in the Go Bad League, and if I'm being honest, not very many of them were working, so I kind of went back to an old reliable lineup that I know works very well, and I'm so glad I did here. This Shadow Malamar team gave me a 10-win streak. It also only lost a single match today, so it was a very fun and a very solid lineup to use, and because of that, I think that honestly, this is my favorite team right now in the current season. Really quickly though, before we get into the battles, I want to say if you're not currently subscribed to the channel, please consider doing so. It helps out quite a bit, and I'd really appreciate it, but let's get into the battles and see what this team can do. Yo, that's a bad lead. Who would have thought? This is not the best matchup to see. See a Sableye coming as well, which I don't love to see. Oh boy. Alright, well, this trainer would not be prepared for the Empoleon day that just happened here. You know, there's Empoleons running around in the Go Bad League now. I'd have to imagine that would be a little bit scary for them. But maybe there's a chance Malamar can put in some work here. My Psywaves are doing more damage than I would think they should. So I'm going to try to stay in here. And maybe get another shield down. We'll see if we can actually try to flip switch. I wouldn't be surprised with either a Stunfisk in the backline or a Jellicent. Oh, I might actually be able to flip switch? That's crazy. Alright. I didn't know if Malamar had it in him, but looks like I potentially can at least. Big foul play. These Shadow Claws really do add up, but at least I'm able to get a move off against whatever comes in. And they do come in Jellicent here. Interesting. I would love to get a second attack off into this Pokemon, but I don't know if I do. I might get Hexed down. I do not get Hexed down. We actually just get the attack off. Okay. Okay, this is much better than it could be now. Because now I have my Corviknight. That should put in a lot of work this game. Well, they do no-shield that. That's not a bad play on their part, honestly. But does this Abomasnow have what it takes to sweep this game? They just sacrificed completely all of their guy. I'm surprised they shield the first attack. Do 2 Weather Balls knock us out? I guess that's going to be a big question here. If they do, that's bad. If not, then maybe we can still win. I need an Air Cutter to get landed against this Pokemon. If I survive this move, I think I might still have a chance to win this game. It's going to be still pretty close, though. Weather Ball. Yeah, we do survive that. I can get the Air Cutter through him. I would have loved a boost on the first one, because now I would have done more damage with this one. But, I mean, Abomasnow's squishy, right? There's a chance that my Stunfisk can put in enough work here. And I still have, like, a Psywave or 2 I can land. Can I get a Mud Bomb? They get a move off first. Do I get knocked out from this range by an Energy Ball? I don't. Just barely we survive. And I think Mud Bomb's enough, actually, from here. Oh my goodness. Malamar put in so much work this game. I didn't know it could 2-shield through a Shadow Sableye. That's actually kind of crazy. And Mud Bomb just knocks out. Okay. Okay. Now we're talking. We got a match. And we're going to see Stunfisk into Abomasnow. Okay, I guess we got to deal with this Pokemon again. I don't love this thing. But, I mean, we'll swap Malamar and hope. They're staying in for a second, maybe going for like a Weather Ball chip and dip. But honestly, my Psywave damage is not bad to get off here. And while I will have to shield a Weather Ball because it would do a decent chunk of damage, I should be able to get some shields back from them. Man, they're so weak so far to my Corviknight, actually. This is going to be a strange matchup. Foul play, doesn't get a shield. And they instantly body slam us. That's kind of a heads-up play, actually. I don't love that they did that. I'm going to shield this, because I feel like I need to keep my Malamar around. I'm going to save the energy here, and come in Corviknight, just to get some extra Sand Attack energy. That way I have 2 foul plays loaded, and I should be able to farm this down. This is just a body slam. Not going to do that much to us, right? Yeah. And yeah, as we kind of figured, Jellicent in the back. Not the best Pokemon to see, but I'm trying my best. If I get a shield here, that's really helpful. No, they let that go. That's smart. 5. Alright. Well, here's going to be the big question now. Do they Surf? No, they Shadow Ball, so I can overfarm a little bit more. And if we get his shield here, that would be good. I'd be surprised to get his shield here. But, we might. Okay, they let that go. Makes sense. I get a move off here, which is also pretty nice. They probably have to shield this, right? No? I have another move here. Do they know that? I get the move off on what might have been a CMP? Hold on. This might still be winnable. Okay, okay. Hold on. This might be Mud Bomb range. They could try to go for a catch here. But this is all of their energy. And I could try to go for a catch too if I need to. Okay, well, they don't go for a catch. We'll just Mud Bomb them. I can't believe you just won this game. Another Obama Snow. We're able to win. Dude, they're testing me right now. They're testing me, but we should be able to just, get a Mud Bomb here against this and somehow take the win. Got our next game. Stunfisk into Typhlosion. Okay, there we go. Much better lead matchup here. The worst thing about this is Corviknight is so weak to this Pokemon. But the best thing is, looks like we see a Diggersby where we need to see it. Right? Because this is a pretty bad Pokemon for my my core just in general to see. And if they want to win Switch, they have to go down Shields to do so. And at that point, I guess I'm kind of fine with that. They're likely going to no-shield. They know I'm not going to Superpower first. I'll no-shield this. Let's see what they want to do. Yeah, Scorching makes a lot of sense. And they're at the Fire Punch. I'm fine shielding this because I can get a shield back from that Typhlosion if they bring it back in, right? So I'm fine going down shields if I have to. We have back-to-back moves. Let's see what they want to do. Best case scenario, honestly, maybe they shield this. I wouldn't be mad with a shield. I guess I'm fine with a no-shield, too. I'm also happy they come in Typhlosion. If they came in like some random third Pokemon that just absorbed my energy, like an Azumarill, for example, that could be pretty bad. But luckily, making them come back in Typhlosion gets that guaranteed shield. And now I can go for a Mud Bomb here with my Stunfisk. Slightly bad timing by me, but I don't want to be in a situation where I have to go down shields before they do. So we'll throw this after 4 Thundershocks here, give them an extra turn of energy. Good timing by them, though, actually. Oh, but they thought they could go for a catch. And honestly, even if they did, I could just build back up there, and I just hard counter the heck out of this Jump Fluff. Okay, there we go. A much easier game that time. Alright, next battle. We'll see a Stunfisk into Galarian Moltres. Beautiful lead. Backline is a little bit soft to this, although Corviknight can have play depending on their moveset. Whoa, they come in Thunderfang Steelix against us? That's kind of crazy. I know that a lot of the time these Steelix users have been on Earthquake recently, and so what I want to do here, it's going to be a little bit rude, but I'm going to go for the double Mud Bomb, and then I'm just going to swap into my Corviknight, because it's like, what's the energy going to do there? They have Earthquake and Psychic Fangs almost certainly, and if they don't, then honestly, they need to rethink their movesets, because that would be so weak to Stunfisk. We get a shield? Alright. Crazy. Let's see what they throw. I'm expecting it not to be a heavy-hitting move, right? Probably just a Psychic Fangs here. And then an Earthquake after the fact. Okay, actually banked the energy there, which is fine by me. Because, honestly, what is this Moltres going to do against my Stunfisk? Alright, we have the Air Cutter right now, and while this isn't going to knock him out by any means, what it does do is it makes it a little bit harder for this Moltres to survive a discharge. Alright. There's a chance they're on payback, I guess. But they also have an Earthquake almost on the Steelix, so I don't really care if they do. And that's just a fly, so we can survive that pretty comfortably. We can survive this once again. I'm just gonna no shield. I bet they are gonna swap out in a second here, so I'm not gonna invest in this anyway. Alright, I guess. They can do that if they so choose. I was not expecting them to swap back in here. Probably a Psychic Fangs bait, but that's fine, because I have a Mud Bomb. And they're getting pretty low on that Moltres. Let's see what they do, though. Mud Bomb gets a knockout, okay. What's in the back? Well, we'll knock this out, I guess. I am a little bit concerned if they have, like, a Wigglytuff or something in the backline. That could be a little bit of trouble. Am I crazy? Or is this an ABA Dark Flying team? Is that what we just saw here? I think I survived this move. Oh, I do because they foul play for some reason. But even if I didn't, I think clearing my debuff was still the better play on my Stunfisk there because my defense was dropped, right? And now I should be able to get a discharge off, and I have energy on my Corviknight. So, like, I didn't need them to throw the wrong move there, but it definitely didn't hurt. What is that team? That might be maybe the worst team that I've seen today. Alright, next battle. Stunfisk into Gligar. What the heck, dude? Who uses Gligar? Wait, this is a massive core breaker, actually. Oh my goodness. This could not be much worse, because it's on Fury Cutter, right? So it's actually so bad for my Malamar. But luckily they're staying in. And that's good, I guess, because I get an Air Cutter through, and any chip damage is going to help here. I just need to hope they don't have a hard counter to us. And I mean, I guess they must not if they're coming in Corviknight here. Okay, this is actually, like, it's starting to look remotely playable. It's still really bad, but what I'm going to do here is I'm going to shield this up. They Air Cutter bait? Why? Alright, whatever. I could care less. They knew I was gonna shield, I guess. Is there, like, some sort of reverse Discord bot that just, like, tells you when your opponent's gonna guarantee a shield? I don't understand that. Alrighty. They got me good. Oh, they're on Ironhead, aren't they? They're on Ironhead. I think I'm understanding this. How weak are they to Corviknight, then? It's almost certainly Ironhead Corviknight here, right? I just want this Pokemon gone. I know I'll take a dig here in just a second, but I don't get one shot, I don't think, and I should be able to swap back into my Corviknight after a discharge, so maybe I can dance around a little bit. That is a lot, but I do survive. Discharge should put them into, like, I don't know. It'll do something. That's for sure. We've been seeing some crazy teams here. Oh, big damage. Alright, what do they throw? Likely a Night Slash, but maybe they're on Aerial Ace still. Like, Aerial Ace Dig was the old moveset, but I feel like you kind of need Night Slash for the pacing. They do ace us. Weird. Alright, I'm gonna go for the payback. I just want a shield, or a knockout here if we can. Okay, well, down goes the Gligar. What's the final Pokemon? Okay, it's playable. It's very playable. Good news. I have a chance. Bad news, Gastrodon is still an annoying Pokemon, and I don't like it. But I think the play here is probably to shield the Water Pulse and just go for a ton of Air Cutters. Do I survive this, actually? I might just survive a Water Pulse, even. Oh. They just have all the wrong movesets. I understand. They just do not have the right movesets here for my Corviknight. Ironhead on their Corviknight, Earth Power on their Gastrodon. What is happening? They have a Body Slam for 5, so they're at an Earth Power now. They're likely just going to go double Body Slam here if they can reach it, but I just go for Fast Move Pressure. My Sideways are adding up. Yeah, so they're at 2 away from the next move. Okay, dude, whatever. Catch my move. I don't care. I still get more Sidewaves, and a Body Slam doesn't knock us out from here. So, I don't see the point in that all that much. There we go. Yeah, see? Look at that. We can beat the Gligar leads. That's an insane Pokemon, though. Oh my goodness. Alright, next opponent. What are they going to have? Hopefully no more Glygars. That was annoying. Well, I'm fine with this Pokemon. I'm very fine with this Pokemon. As long as I RPS him. If they, like, win, then I'm less fine with that. Okay, Shadow Annihilate. I think I just one shield farm this down, right? Oh yeah, man, these sideways shred through the Shadow. I've seen the non-Shadow take the sideways a little bit better, but I can just one shield, tap my screen, and they should be in a little bit of trouble here. Although these counters, for some reason, do a lot of damage. And they are a Carbink, right? So they can survive quite some time here with my Psywave damage. But it's not like Carbink is, like, necessarily good into my Corviknight. It's just, like, not bad for them, right? I'm a little bit worried about, like, what if it's a second fighter in the back? That could be annoying. But, I mean, Corviknight has play into him, and with how good my Ufisk is here so far, and the fact that my Malamar is stripping down the Carbink, maybe it doesn't matter. Oh, it's a jump bluff? Guys, am I in a different season? Have I, like, hit a time jump here? What's happening? Where am I? When am I? I don't know. Alright. This is good for me, though. Acrobatics very much resisted. Back in the day, Corviknight actually could lose this matchup, but I think with Air Cutter, this is quite a bit better. Because we can spam out moves. If they want a shield, they can be my guest. I get another move very quickly after. And I can boost. So that's also pretty bad for them. Alright, well, when do they realize this game's over? That's going to be the next question. If I get another boost as well, then my sand attack damage is going to do way more to that Carbink. And we did just boost, which is kind of crazy. I guess it's not that crazy. It's a 1 in, like, 3 chance, basically, to get a boost every time you throw an Air Cutter. Acro does a little bit of damage. Oh no, Carbink. If they're not even on Energy Ball, though, I don't know what they can do this game. Fun fact, I don't think Mud Bomb would knock out yet. Like, maybe around now it would. But if they're not on Energy Ball, they have no way to knock out my Stunfisk. And if they are on Energy Ball, so be it. I'll just shield it. Yeah. About time. They thought they had some play there that they obviously might not have. That's what you get for running Carbink, trainer. Next opponent, Firestar. Oh man, he's pretty good. One of the highest placing North American players this year at Worlds. No surprise, he's running Shadow Mightyena. I fought him at, I believe it was the Las Vegas Regional. He was using this Pokemon as well. I hope he's not running the classic Mightyena team that you might expect here, with Wigglytuff and, what is it, Steelix in the backline. If that's the case, then how the mighty have fallen. We'll see, though. I'm going to shield this. I feel like a Poison Fang is a really risky placing. A Crunch doesn't even knock me out here. Yeah, so we shield this up just to keep a little bit of our HP around. They still get the debuff. Okay, that's fine. We didn't want our defense stat anyway. I'm hoping this is their Malamar counter, but if this is the more common Mightyena team, this could be annoying. Nice counting by them. So, Crunch will knock us out. Poison Fang, even with that debuff, probably not quite enough still. I could have shielded that. Maybe that would have been a good play, but I didn't want to. I'm going to come in Corviknight here and go for a farm down. Hopefully they don't get a move. If they do, it might just be a Poison Fang. Nice, we do get that full farm down here. Who comes in? Gastro? Oh no. That's giving me a bad feeling about what might be the final Pokemon. Then again, Wigglytuff would also do a good job absorbing the energy, so if it is Wiggles in the back, like, I don't know, it could be, it's like a 50-50 on if it's, like, even possible to win this game. We'll find out shortly, I guess. I want to save this energy on my Corviknight. Maybe that's going to give us some play. Because I can farm this down, potentially. Oh! Well, that's not, like, the worst-case scenario. That's by far not the worst-case scenario. It's not great, but being up energy here is going to help out, because I can get a shield with the foul plays. And as long as my Corviknight has enough energy to outpace the Gastrodon to a Body Slam, I should be, or, yeah, an Air Cutter before the Body Slam, we should be fine. But we'll see. Yeah, we get the foul play. Likely we get a shield here. If not, we probably just win the game with fast move pressure. What's going to happen? That's going to be a big question here. They probably have to throw instantly, right? Or pretty soon. Okay, they're at 2. So 3 away from an attack here. I guess the next question is the Gastro in range where I can knock him out with a move? Oh, nice catch, actually. This is a nice play by them, because now he avoids the lose condition of potentially me boosting on that air cutter, which I actually did, but I think I farmed down anyway, and now I air cutter still. Yeah, I was not, like, super worried about a catch because I thought the Gastro was low enough that it wouldn't be a bad thing even if it did happen, but a nice attempt there nonetheless. Luckily, not Wigglytuff in the backline, it was another fairy. It was the Togekiss, which is a much more playable one here for a Malamar, just barely coming back from that. Let's go. Oh, we got our next battle. Okay. Stunfisk into Gastro. All right, that is less ideal than I would like, but I can swap in Malamar, and they will not have a Wigglytuff in the backline. Well, not a Wiggly. It's playable. The big question is always, do they bait in this matchup, right? They went for a CMP, it looks like on 15. Do they bait us? Do they bait us? Or is this just a full-on payback? It's a payback. Let's go. Okay, that's an amazing call then. So now I don't get knocked out by an air cutter here, and I can outpace. Either getting a shield or a switch advantage. But the big question is, once again, going to be, do I have play in the backline, right? I don't know if I can guarantee switch here. Like, if I shield an air cutter and they boost, and then the next air cutter knocks out, that could be bad. Wait, was that even enough energy? I don't even know if that could be enough energy here for the payback. Yeah, no. No boost, good stuff. How much do I want switch here? I probably want it quite a bit, right? I mean, I have the Corviknight Euphis core. I feel like it's not bad to go for that. Okay. We'll get low here to make sure we don't give a lot of farm to whatever they come in with, because Corviknight is not the hardest answer in the game to a Gastrodon. I've just seen so many double flyer teams in the past. Okay, well, it's not double flyer, but honestly, still pretty good to get my Euphis against this. Hydro Cannon will hurt. No one's contesting that. But that's fine. They might try to go for a catch. Yeah. As long as we save the energy there on our Stunfisk, we should be in a really good spot. And we don't get two-shot here, I don't believe, by Water Pulse. Not from this range. And I guess if we're lucky, they could be on Earth Power Body Slam like that one guy we saw. Yeah, we do survive that Water Pulse. It is closer than I'd like, though. But because I have enough chip damage here with my Psywaves and my Sand Attacks and stuff, I think if I go for an Air Cutter even after this, it's going to put them into Thundershock downrange. And that should be enough. We'll CMP them just to lock them in here. And I'm always going to swap after this. If I switch out, then I can guarantee I can Thundershock this down before they get a Body Slam off. They're not going to Mud Slap us down. And I also guarantee Empoleon doesn't get any more energy. And honestly, this might just knock out anyway. But it'll be close. They do get knocked out, actually. But yeah, we just swap here. They're 5 away. I'm only 3 away from my move. So there's still one more Metal Sound from getting their next attack off. Which means I can Mud Bomb, and that should secure the win. Nice. Okay. Gastro lead, not a problem. We just have to call all the moves properly with our Malamar. And then we can flip switch, and then we can win the game. Dude, let's go. All right, another really tricky matchup there, but... I mean, Malamar is just too good. It's just too good. All right, next opponent. Hopefully no more Gastro leads. Let's get a good one. That is all right. That's not bad. Let's see what they want to do. I've seen Scizors catch. I've seen them stay in, swap out. All sorts of things depending on the team comps. And the annoying thing is a lot of the time you don't know how weak your opponent is to a Unova Stunfisk because I've seen like Azumarill Basti lines in the past and that's like insane. But I've also seen like teams that aren't even that weak to Stunfisk later on. And saving my Eufisk is not the best idea. So we'll see what the team's going to be like this time. We shield the Trailblaze because I don't want to take that much damage. Alright. I'm kind of fine here if they want to go for a Shadow Ball. Not that I have much of a say in the matter. But I'm not that weak to Jellicent. I can at least neutralize most of this Pokemon with my Malamar. Okay, I guess the tragic part here is I'm not actually at my next foul play yet, but they might not know that. They might still no-shield this move. Yeah, okay, nice, actually. So that's gonna potentially allow me to get my next move off here, but Caesar probably farms this down, I guess. Yeah, just barely it does. All right, Mud Bomb to try to snipe down their energy. And we'll see if they invest a shield. Oh, they let that go. Okay. I mean, that's pretty good to see, right? Because my Stunfisk gets both shields. And then my Corviknight should be able to just pay back and close this game out. Unless two Hydro Cannons end up one-shotting us. Which, you know, honestly, I guess there's a chance at that. Really good counting by them, actually. 8. I guess I'll shield this up. I have to, right? But I can force them here to throw another Hydro Cannon in just a second by staying in. So they're at 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, and now they're only at 2 Shadow Claws. And by doing this, not only do I put them into Air Cutter range potentially, but I also make it so if I needed a payback, I would just barely outpace by like 1 turn. Honestly, I'm going to go for the Air Cutter here. They're freaking me out. I think this is going to be enough anyway. It's a Shadow Gator. And they're still 1 Shadow Claw away from their next move. I know my counts, but like, I don't want to throw a game when I know Air Cutter is just enough. So we'll get the KO. Unnecessary boost. And we'll get the win. All right, final opponent of the day. Stunfisk into Bastiodon. All right, now we're cooking. I like this lead. I have a lot of play here with my whole team, so we'll see what they bring in. You know, honestly, not surprising to see a Gourgeist come in here. And I can't necessarily win Switch from this Pokemon, which I don't love, but it's fine. Because Corviknight's honestly not even that bad into Basti. They do Seed Bomb, makes sense. Now they can outpace us for the next attack. In fact, they have it right now. But a Seed Bomb doesn't knock us out. The big question, though, is going to be, what's their final Pokemon? And do I have play into it, whatever it is? All right, big foul play coming through right now. We get a shield? We do, okay. They're at back-to-back moves right now. I'm going to be honest, I feel like shielding this is not a bad play. They're at another Seed Bomb, though, so we have to watch out for that. And by watch out for that, I mean, go for a catch here on our Corviknight. Seed Bomb now is going to neutralize, or Corviknight's going to neutralize the Seed Bomb energy, that is, and they should be in Air Cutter range. So they do have to swap, yeah. And I can lock in my Stunfisk here for a second, because they were a little bit late on that switch, right? They're getting close to range on that Gourgeist where a single move could knock them out with my Stunfisk, but I don't think they're quite there yet. I think I survived this, actually, so is the play just pivot right back into my Stunfisk? I think it is. I think there's no reason not to. Yeah, when I can, just swap out, bank the payback, and build up to like 100 energy. Mud Bomb might just barely not be enough here to knock out, but I'm kind of fine if it's not. Because Gourgeist will come back in, but Gourgeist is not going to be able to one-shot us. Oh, that almost... Okay. Interesting. It's a Shadow Kanto Marowak is the final Pokemon. This is very playable, but a bit more precarious than I'd like it to be. Six. I'd love to be able to swap out now, but I don't think I can. We can, but, like, I don't think this catch is necessarily going to help me much here. It's a Bone Club, which I guess is good. But... They have another Bone Club ready. We'll just have to let this go, I guess. Honestly, they have a way to win this game pretty easily right now. They don't go for it immediately here, though. But I think I'm just too low, actually, this game. I think I'm going to get slapped down. No, don't tell me the Basti's going to beat us here this game. I think we're just too low. Just being in just the wrong spot for just too long I think is going to lose us this match. No! Getting rid of the full-on 5-0 into 5-0 set here. But it's fine. We didn't need two 5-0s. We'll take it. And we're able to still be pretty happy about that. They played well, I guess. I don't have a Gorgeist counter, not a hard Gorgeist counter at least. It's all you can do. This team was so much fun to use. Honestly, I probably could have won that last game if I were maybe a little bit better at this game. It's hard to say. It was a lot of fun, though, through and through today. Shadow Malamar coming out of so many bad situations. It's so spammy. It has a lot of fast move pressure. And as long as you're not getting completely hard countered, this team is quite a bit of play. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you in the next one.